Hey yo, it's me, Anthony, I'm your host, and welcome to TwoTales. Now, this is kind of a unique video. About a week or so ago, I posted a video that was a recap and response to Tommy Tallarico's 10 answers to the 10 questions that I asked him a few weeks earlier than that. Now, my wife, Mrs. TwoTales, wanted to be part of that, and she wasn't feeling well that day, so I went ahead and I did it. And lo and behold, after another discussion with Mr. Tellerico, he's agreed to actually have a very unique interview this upcoming Monday with my whole family. I hope you know what you're getting into, sir, because I've never done it. This ought to be pretty interesting. But I talked with Mrs. Two-Tails, and she wanted to give some responses if she can think of anything in regards to Tommy's answers. So while she's playing Resident Evil 4, I'm going to unfairly basically tell her the questions and answers from Tommy. And
We'll keep it over here quick.
yeah, this ought to be interesting because she's playing a technically a stealth part of the game. So we'll get to this in just a moment.
I think it's fair to say that I don't
Hey,
go purchase everything.
I am back with you. I have given Mrs. Two-Tails a chance to get past the difficult section in her game and bribed her with Pokey. So now I'm going to unfairly start telling her about questions and answers here. All right, so basically the first question I asked him was how was everyone on his end of the things was doing, to which he responded that despite the craziness in the world, everyone is enjoying the extra time together. They're trying to find positive ways in what is happening, and everyone at Intellivision is very excited that they are hoping to get back to the office quickly, and that he's never seen a group of people with more passion for a project. And of course, you know, the excitement's gone up since Jay Allard came on board. He's the one that worked for Xbox that I told you about. And yeah. Oh, and to put that all together, his dinosaurs have been getting a whole lot of sun, and they need to have some new, fresh coats of paint and some protective sun coating put on them. He has not yes, sunscreen. He has not upgraded to blue, but he probably could fix that with some paint, he supposes. Any thoughts?
Yes. When do I get a picture for my wall that I can make into 5D art?
Of the dinosaurs?
Yes.
Okay.
Of my favorite dinosaurs.
Okay, so the next thing was, of course, I asked him about Doug TenNapel. You've heard plenty about Doug TenNapel. He's the guy who made Earthworm Jim, the books that we backed last year. The second one is coming out soon. He says Doug TenNapel is a creative guy, that it really moved Tommy to tears in regards to the kind words that he had to say in the making of Earthworm Jim.
Mixed up. I was gonna say, is that jerk that I backed without realizing?
No, that's
Made me mad.
that's someone else, sweetie.
I was like, I really want to just punch him in his face for stupidity.
I hope that was recorded. Anyway, they got back together after 25 years, and the entire original Earthworm Jim team is going to be making the new Earthworm Jim game on the Amico.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I won't play it because it weirds me out, but
You were never an Earthworm Jim fan?
I know it's not that it's. I can't play a game where you have someone who's supposed to look like a. I just spooked myself looking in the window and it was a reflection. I'm like, what the heck are they doing out there by that truck? It was a reflection of the game in the mirror, not the mirror of the window. I can't play a game where you have a guy who's supposed to be like the hero in the game and he's running around like a grown adult with a gun and everything, but then he looks like a giant worm.
Okay.
Read the context.
Should we, Did you just make it? Mrs. Two-Tails just made an innuendo out of Earthworm Jim's head.
That's for adults only. If you're under 18, please.
What's that say about Psychro? He's always trying to eat Jim's head. Okay, moving on. All right. He's got no information on Burger Time. But
that needs to happen because I still have the theme song stuck in my head and it won't get out.
The Burger Time theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's what he does say is they haven't started on. They're just starting it, so they don't have anything figured out except they want both couch co-op and versus modes.
Can I have Sudoku?
Mrs. Two-Tails puts in a request for Sudoku.
I know that's
It would go
boring,
no,
but,
no. It would go into the board game category. That's
but
something that
I like Sudoku, and I got to be able to make notes. So
Okay.
make sure you have that in there.
his favorite dish is actually a handmade pasta that he makes himself with chestnut flour, and he uses his family sauce, which has actually been in his family for hundreds of years.
Can I have the recipe? I have 4 children to feed. Can I have the? I mean 3.
Oh, oh,
Can I have the recipe? Thanks.
this is over.
I've
No,
never had walnut flour noodle.
chestnut flour.
That's what I meant.
I don't know. We've used
I'm not a big fan of nuts.
we've used almond flour for like dough. You have 3 kids. You can make all the nut jokes you want. Anyway, so him and his wife actually have 3 dogs. Their names are Houdini, Nova, and
They all
Luna.
weigh like 5 pounds, don't they?
No, Houdini actually is the biggest and weighs about 22 pounds. So he's... It's not a 5-pound dog.
Why do
Okay, hold
people keep tiny dogs?
I don't know why people
You know
keep
what I
tiny
want?
dogs. What?
I want a long-haired Chihuahua, and I want him to be caramel colored. Can someone find me one of those? I would like a little long-haired Chihuahua, and he can sit right on my lap, and I will call him Fred.
Fred. Okay, but anyway, so here's some interesting information. Houdini was Tommy's before he got married, and Luna and Nova were his wife's before they got married.
How long has he been married? A year?
I don't know how long he's been married, but they've actually been together for over 12 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, we've been married that long.
Muzzle top.
Mazel tov.
Is that how you say it?
I think that's how you say it.
Muzzle top?
Well, we're talking about dogs here, so maybe muzzle tov.
Oh,
Tommy loves the Pez dispenser ideas.
I like pet dispensers.
Yeah.
I bought you
Okay, so you know how I showed you the Intellivision Man? The Intellivision Man looked like a blue Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
I realized he could do a collector's edition, kind of like that Frozen collector set. Only each one could be one of the 5 colors of the 5 Amigos that are coming out.
Babe, please just let it go.
Okay, I'll let it go.
I just can't hold it back anymore.
Nope. Frozen jokes as well. Okay, so his favorite feature on the Amigo is actually the touchscreen for the controller. He says that he thinks it's going to usher in a new way to design and play games. And while he knows that companies have had touchscreens and so forth before, the way they're using them in combination with the other hardware is unique and different, and he thinks it's going to surprise a lot of people. Any thoughts about the touchscreen on the controller, which is actually like 3.5 inches?
I really like the thought of a touchscreen controller.
Because it really worked well on the Wii and the Wii U.
Yeah. I really do like the thought of that.
All right, so now this one is especially for you. Yes, because you asked him about a burnt candy orange Amico.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and he says now he's more of a Christmas guy. But he still likes Halloween. He said he'd.
See my motorcycle?
Hold on. He would love for the Amico to be so popular they could do a ton of different colors. That orange would be epic, and he had a slightly metallic orange 68 Mustang 2x2 fastback that looked amazing in the sun. So he definitely rates your motorcycle 10 out of 10, and he's starting to think that you are way cooler than me and that you need to get on the videos.
I'll do my best, but I'm really shy. I'm sorry. But I mean, come on now. I'm almost guaranteeing, that was my hands by the way. I am almost guaranteeing that a lot of people would buy a candy burnt orange, especially if you got the nice little metallic flecks in there. All right. I'm almost like willing to guarantee.
Make the controllers green, make it look like a pumpkin.
Yeah, I'm almost willing to guarantee that I would not be the only person to buy that. I would buy it just because it's orange. Can I have a controller that's orange, and then it could be mine, and nobody else can touch it? Because if it's orange, my kids know they can't touch it if it's orange.
Okay, so I asked him a very odd question. All right, so it was probably a series of odd questions for him. But no, I asked him actually, was there a game that Intellivision was told, no, we're not going to sign this title to you, and because they're currently trying to get the rights from Disney to do Tron games. And Activision for both Pitfall and one other game said, let's see how the system does. We like the idea, but we want to make sure your legs are underneath you before we agree to it. So I asked him, do you want me to? All right, just hold this like that. So I asked him, was there a game that they were told no, they couldn't have? The answer is no, but they are trying exceptionally hard to get the games I mentioned earlier.
He's multitasking because I hate these little slide puzzle things.
All right, so from there I asked him about the acrylic touchscreens, and it turns out the acrylic touchscreens were what bumped the price above $199, but it turned out that the acrylic, and here's something that you may not know. And I told you about acrylic screens, right?
Yeah, I only go for natural wool. I don't go for acrylic.
That's
a yarn joke, guys.
That would be extruded, not cast. But anyway, so it's okay. So
that's what happens in milk fiber.
Yeah, well, so let me just recap it for you. So it turns out there's two types of acrylics: extruded and cast acrylic. Extruded acrylic is extremely soft and malleable, so like your acrylic yarns, your acrylic paints. Cast acrylic is extremely it's hard, but it's not just hard. It has to be done in a controlled environment because it's very easy to contaminate it.
Just like my life.
It turns out plexiglass
right.
is actually a combination of glass and cast acrylic. So we're talking really high level materials here. And so they did it because it is hardness, but it turns out it actually has a lower friction point. So you can move over the touchscreen faster, but it also allows you to make the touchscreen pressure sensitive. So you can actually hit it with the varying degrees of pressure on the touchscreen.
Yeah, but does that mean that my hands will get less sweaty when I play?
Well, it depends on the game.
Listen, we all know that's a problem, so don't even mock me at home. We all know that's a problem. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I don't care who you are.
All right, so
Oh, thanks. Here, let's try.
Yes. From there, we get into the lightning round, which was the kid stuff. So I'm just going to go through this really quickly and just, shout at me if you have any thoughts on it. So, no green Amico, hopefully one at some point.
Kawasaki green,
right? Kawasaki green. All right. Minecraft will not be on the Amico.
Duh.
If Daddy would had a great game, they would love to publish it.
Aw, that's so sweet of you, Tommy.
Current, I missed something he said. I'll have to go back.
On a first name basis, right?
I'll have to backtrack.
I can't ever pronounce his last name right, so
I like to crack jokes amongst the group when he shows up and gives information and we can't get answers from him and he's in the audience talking to the podcast. I call him Trollarico because he trolls you by not no, you're bridge troll.
Right.
Because you don't tread on this.
That's not related to my size, by the way. Just as an FYI.
All right. Currently no plans for PVZ, but that could change in the future. He does not know about My Little Pony to make a decision, but he wants to try and get My Little Pony games on the Amico.
Just avoid it like the plague.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to end up like a brony, and it's going to be weird.
Okay.
And then I'll have to talk to my wife.
Streaky's favorite color is green. Tommy's favorite color is red.
That makes sense, though.
Have you seen his Ferrari?
Yeah, no, that's why his
Yep.
favorite color is red.
Have you seen the red Amico? It's actually being done with it's the red and black. It is shiny, but it's being actually done with like polycarbon carbon fiber. That's why the special edition Amigos, like the wood grain, they cost a little bit more because they're actually not doing painted plastics. They're actually changing the materials. Right. Yes. His favorite places are Oregon, California, Italy, New Zealand, and Australia.
Oh, how are the roads in New Zealand? I want to go there.
She wants to know if you can tell her how the roads in New Zealand are.
I heard they got some dang twisties in New Zealand, and I need to go.
Okay. Asked him what his job was. His response is, "My job right now is answering these questions." It's a good answer.
It's a very good answer.
Place he's never been. He's never been to Iceland, but he heard it's amazing.
I want to go.
You want to go to Iceland?
And then we'll go to Greenland.
And then we'll go to Greenland after that and compare the two?
We'll
Okay.
We'll trade seeds and ice.
All right. His favorite number is 77. You can't see her face. She wants to know why 77. We covered this earlier.
Oddly specific.
It's very specific.
Is that like the road you met your wife on? Route
Like-
77? Is that a route?
I don't know. I don't know if there is a Route 77. There is. What? No, Route 77. Isn't that a reference to like
They both go
what's that diner?
That's 66.
Oh, Route 66. Okay, never mind. Favorite holiday, we covered this, is Christmas. His favorite animal is his dog Houdini, but he also likes kangaroos, tigers, koalas, and pandas. And then from that, he thanks us for support. Here's the thing that I missed. He said hi to Anthium and family. And first off, thank you for your support and kind words. It really means a lot. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to someday meeting you guys in person.
appreciates it. So much so that I can get an autograph, right?
Founders edition.
No. He's got to take a picture. Or how many times do I have to say that?
Oh, picture with the Raptors?
Take a picture of the Raptors.
Okay.
Autograph it, and then send it to me.
All right, hopefully this came out really well. This was audio recorded rather than doing a video. It's been a while since I've done that. I will throw up some animation for it.
Sign it. Send it.
Raptor picture, sign it, send it. That's a new chant in the house. I'll be hearing that for days. Raptor picture, sign it, send it. Raptor pictures. All the best. Stay foxy, people. And just so you know, on this upcoming Monday, the 15th,
Goodbye.
I will be doing again an interview over with Tommy Tallarico, and I will have that posted just as soon as I can. All the best.